Hi, this is part one of my work with the Philips EE20 electronic engineering kit. Now, these are from the 1960s. When I was a kid, I had the EE8, which basically was 8 projects. Funny enough, the EE20 has, I believe, 21 projects altogether, which doesn't make sense. Now, the components and the wires are held in with these springs and these clips, and what there is, when you push it down, you might see the light's not very good, but there's a hole where you can push the wires through, and they just basically sit. They just sit all the way down here. Sorry about my camera skills. I'm using one hand for the phone and one hand for the fiddling about. So the first thing you do, obviously, is read the book that tells you what to do, etc., and make sure you've got all the components and so on and so ready for it. So quite obviously you're going to fit the springs, etc., for the wiring. I'm short of 3 for these 3. It's not a huge problem. It's not an issue really. We can still wire it up. We've got plenty of the springs, but the little clips underneath some of them have disappeared. So the first thing to do is put the actual board down, which has got the layout of the components. Next thing that we'll be doing is we'll be fitting the slide switch, which we actually don't need to do for this particular project, but we need the volume control and we need the tuning capacitor as well, which we all have. And of course, this is the 3 transistor version, which has a speaker. The speaker is high impedance. It's an 80 ohm in these ones, and not like the 8 or the 4 ohms that are common these days. You could, of course, if you didn't have the speakers for it, you could use one of the same size and a small transformer to do the impedance matching. So it's 3 transistors, AF116, which most likely will have the tin whisker issue, which is quite well known with these particular germanium transistors, but you can blast them off. Basically, you join the collector, the base, and the emitter together. You keep the screen lead off, and you hit it with a charged up electrolytic capacitor, something like that, 30 or 40 volts across it. That usually clears them, maybe for quite some time. Sometimes they don't do it. The other way you could, of course, do is you could remove the screen lead, and sometimes they work when you do that, but you don't get the screening of the transistor. I think in this particular little circuit, I don't think it's a problem. And these 2 are just germanium audio transistors, AC126s, both of them. If it was a professional radio or whatever, it would use an AC126 and an AC128. The AC128 will give a bit more power or power handling, basically, but this is just a kit really for children that wanted to learn a wee bit about electronics. The Philips book you get with it is actually quite well laid out and quite well give some theory, very basic theory as well. It has the colour code and so on and so forth for the resistors and so on. But as I say, the next part will be to assemble the speaker, the controls, etc., and then start to wire it up. So after we've done that, we'll come back with a video. It's a bit fiddly for me to actually show you doing it. It's just not handy. I don't have a stand or anything like that for this phone, so it's something I can't really do, to be honest with you. But there we are. As I say, the kit is about 96-97% full of the original stuff. It's just some of these things that's missing. But I mean, after 60 years, well, you expect that. In fact, it's probably older than 60. It's probably about 62, 63 years old, this, to be fair. And for it to have so much in it of the original, items, it's pretty good. And I mean, the board's in good nick. Usually they get ruined and so on and so forth. And you can see yourself when I move it out of the way. We have the earphone, we have the ferrite rod, we have the mullered mustards, we have the 2 speakers. One speaker is used as a microphone in the intercom. We've got the resistors. We've got sundries here, more resistors. There's a spare AF116 actually, and 1 or 2 bits and bobs round about. I might find another spring clip floating about as well. once I've got all these things out. You never know. So there might be enough to complete it. Anyway, this is part 1. So there we go. Thanks guys for watching. All the very best, and we'll catch up a bit later on with part 2. Thank you. Bye bye.